My name is Nick Plavan. I'm the founder and managing director of eTalent. We're a software company manufacturing screening systems for recruitment, and we're based in Edinburgh. The technology that's now available and the fact that most applications are done on the internet mean that actually the way that people have gone about recruiting in the last 30, 40, 50 years is no longer relevant. And the main reason for that is that by using the internet, you can actually identify certain skills in people that you could never do through a letter or a CV. You should really stop taking paper applications, because those invariably lead to huge amounts of work and effort, which is ultimately fruitless because you're working with data that is not particularly helpful. Whereas if you ask people to apply online, because of the nature of the internet, you can make the application an interactive process whereby the candidate can go through a series of tests to try and identify characteristics that you can then make decisions based on those. Whereas with a CV, to my way of looking, you can't really make any decisions based on that. Once you've actually got the people with the right soft skills, then the CV comes into play and you can drill down in their experience and what they've done. But the critical aspect is that by then you know they already have the right soft skills. So you're really identifying the best people out of the good people. In traditional recruitment, what usually happens is that the HR manager or the recruitment manager spends most of their time rejecting people. That's what they're doing. Whereas with the recruitment I'm suggesting, you would spend all of your time selecting the best people from the good people. If you think about CVs, the only thing that you'll find on CVs are history, education, and hard skills. Ultimately, everything on the CV is a factual item, and usually, well, not usually, always historical. But when you look at what equates to performance in a job, it is much less to do with hard skills and much more about soft skills. For example, if you look at a waiter or a person behind a bar, their ability to interact with customers is far more important than their ability to make a coffee, because that's ultimately trivially easy to do. But if they're not a friendly person, if they are not agreeable, if they don't get on with other people, they're in the wrong job. And so, to my mind, the right way to go about identifying the best people to at least interview for a job is to look at their soft skills and to match those with the job that you're trying to fill. Ultimately, in traditional recruitment, whatever way of selecting the shortlist you had, you were then at the mercy of trying to at the mercy of the candidate, really, to see how good they were at presenting themselves and convincing you to give them a job, without really knowing whether they had the soft skills or not. Whereas by using psychometrics, you already know when that person has turned up that their likelihood is they will be suitable for the job. The question is, are they the best of the bunch that you've got? Online recruitment saves both time and money and ensures you recruit the best people. Well, maybe it doesn't ensure you recruit the best people because maybe they haven't applied, but it certainly stops you recruiting the wrong people, because the psychometrics will identify warning signs early on in the process. And if someone is removed from the process early on, then they don't have a chance to influence you during the interview, which is where a lot of mistakes are made.